Yo, what's up, people? What up? What up? What up? Y'all already know what it is, baby. It is MCXPRadio here on the BGSE network. Y'all know how we do it. Lots to talk about. Got my man Broken, aka Brian, is in the building, still with no photo, but hey, that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. Lots to talk about, of course. Glad that you people can be with me, joining me here. You are now in tune. You are now kicking it in the Friday Man Cave. So if you don't like it, well, learn to love it, baby, because we the best thing going today. Can you feel me, fools? Let's get it started. Swagger pimp, yeah. Can't now another nigga like me. Yeah. Okay, it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rockin'. It's time for hip hop. On they reach watch, no sir, not for show. No bars made up of fairy tales. I'm trying for the tragedy, I know it well. So put your hands up in the air just for the winners. A peace sign, the pimps, the prostitutes, the sinners. We all deserve a second chance, but we products of illusion and victims of our own circumstance. Apply the pressure, I bet you can. Live the life that you love, shout out to Rand. Love the life that you live, shout out again. It ain't a tough pill to swallow once you comprehend. Already, man. I'm glad to be here. I hope you people are glad to be here. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, logging in, joining in, checking in with us, man. Whether you're listening or whether you're watching here on the MCHP Radio show, broadcast or network that's on the YouTube, or whether you're watching it on the BGSC network on the YouTube, man, it's much appreciated. Thank you for all the fans. Thank you for all the followers. Everybody that's kicking it with me, please make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, man, for all the notifications anytime my show or any one of the shows on the BGSC networks comes about. You can definitely come in with us. You can clock in. Definitely, man. We got comments that come in live sometimes, man, and I like to post the comments up. Like to have a good time with the show, man. So please, please, please join in with us, man, as me and Brian have a good discussion and everything like that. I appreciate you guys once again. Brian, you already know, man. I always appreciate it when you come through, bro. Are you ready, man? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Already, man, because I think we got some topics you're gonna enjoy, baby. Some topics you're definitely gonna enjoy. So without further ado, baby, let's get into it. A Reese 3 points. All right, big homie. 3 points. We either agree or we disagree. Always good discussions. So, everybody that's tuning in, let's talk about it. I'm sure that you have all heard about it by now, have seen it, reviewed videos and whatnot, but we have to discuss this here on the MCXP Radio show. So let's talk, man. Mr. Donald Trump. Let's talk about this, man. A supposed assassination attempt that happened about a few days ago with Trump supposedly getting shot in the ear. Secret Service was there. If anybody did not watch it, I don't know how you didn't watch it or how you did not see any clips of it and whatnot. But the shooter shot from his right side. Matter of fact, they hit his right ear. Trump goes down, but not in an attempt of him like getting struck that made him go down. It just grazed his ear. The bullet so-called grazed his ear. Falls down. Secret Service comes. I guess they get the guy that took the shot. And then next thing you know, you can hear Trump talk about, man, let me get my shoe, let me get my shoe. Puts a shoe on, and then he makes this, as you can see right here, this legendary picture. And whoever took this picture is gonna get like the biggest raise ever because this is like such a defining picture for all the Trump supporters and the Republican National Convention and everything like that. But Trump is somehow able to stand back up, shows the people he's up, he's all right, talking about he's gonna fight, fight, fight. Um, Lots of hoopla, man. But then there are a lot of people out there who have been looking at this and diving into it and dissecting it. And a lot of people are claiming that this might have just been a hoax, a way to buy sympathy votes for Donald Trump and the Republican Party. I am not the biggest political guy. If anybody is, this my man Broken. Broken, Brian. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this and the possible effects that might happen in the long run.
Well, I mean, this is more than just politics, I guess. I mean, I don't really care how versed in politics you are. Whatever opinion you have on this is it's almost all speculation. I mean, you can look at facts, right? You can look at the facts, and like you said, a lot of people have been dissecting in it, dissecting it, and like really looking at it hard. And there's a lot of question marks. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. It's a lot of unexplained questions. There's a lot of answers we don't have to questions that have been proposed. So, um, whether it's a hoax or not, I mean, I'm not sure if anybody could know that. I mean, you can have an opinion on that. I mean, if you say it's a hoax, I can't. I mean, I can't necessarily fight you based on some of the things that you will point out to say that it is a hoax. Maybe it could have been just a lapse of uh, of planning on the Secret Service's part.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been purposely that they exposed Trump on purpose. You can make arguments to that. I guess we can go over some of the questions that I've seen people, like some of the stuff people are asking, right? So
Yeah.
with the shooter himself, the fact that he didn't seem like an expert shot or anything like that, didn't seem like doesn't have a whole lot of information on him, his life, or pictures with guns and stuff like that, showing that he was a gun aficionado or had experiences with guns.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's pictures of two different ladders on the scene. One ladder that they claim at first they were claiming the shooter used that ladder to get to the roof of the building he shot from.
Yeah.
Later on, I was seeing people saying that it was actually the SWAT team ladder, and that his ladder was a smaller ladder that didn't look like he could even reach the roof with that ladder. There's interviews from the ground immediately when it happened, where a gentleman was saying that he was trying to alert Secret Service to the presence of a man with a rifle crawling on the rooftop, and the Secret Service was just not paying attention to it, not listening to him. You have that. You have the fact that people were saying that it was weird that the crowd didn't run at the sound of
Yeah.
gunshots.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was weird to them. Uh, uh, there's other the fact that the shooter's last search, apparently they're trying to go into that, saying that the last thing he searched was porn or something like that, and it wasn't necessarily locations or directions to the event or how to get to the event, or so I don't know. They've been trying to question the head of the Secret Service, who is apparently friends with Jill Biden, and they're saying that that's how she got the job.
Mm.
That she didn't really come up through government. Her last job was in the private sector or something like that, and somehow she was like head of security at Target or something like that.
Oh wow.
And
Head of
so
security
people
from Target to the Secret Service. God damn, that's a
to
jump.
the head of the Secret Service. So I don't know if any of this is true. I don't. We all of this is people saying stuff. What's true, what's not. Um, I did see the interview with the gentleman on the ground saying that I watched that whole interview, and there's somebody there did say that. Now, is he a plant? You know what I'm saying? I don't. Who knows? Like, who knows what the CIA does, or the FBI, or any of these government groups? who's in cahoots with who's planning what, who's figuring out what.
Mm-hmm.
If Trump planned this out himself, who is he working with? And who, you know what I'm saying? Why would he? So he's gonna really sit there while a 20-year-old that he probably never met shoots at him, and people saying, well, it's worth it. If he's killed, then he's a martyr. Uh, if he's just winged, I guess like he was, now he can garner the sympathy votes to get the presidency.
I've heard that. I heard that.
So who knows what to believe now? What are the effects of this? I mean, it seems like, I don't know. I think the Democrats are scared. The Democrats seem to be they seem to be shook in the aftermath of this, and Biden's bad performance at the debate, his terrible performance at the debate. So now you have, last count that I saw, 4 senators asking Joe Biden to step down. Somewhere around 16 reps from the House of Representatives asking him to step down. Numerous other mayors, and these are Democrats, by the way. I mean,
Right, right.
Chuck Schumer is telling Senator Chuck Schumer is telling Joe Biden to step down and let someone else run. Now, who is running in his place? That would be the question. If Biden, supposedly Biden's family is considering it now. Supposedly, Biden's family is
He
considering.
came. He came out and said that he wasn't going to step down.
He said that. So
He
this
did
is,
that.
yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. People saying, okay, now that this happened, Trump is definitely going to have a vendetta against enemies and stuff. If he gets in there, he's going to be even more dangerous. That kind of talk right there to me is it's fear mongering, because America is going to go on business as usual.
Of course.
So it's not. I don't really see Trump getting in there and really shaking up the system. It's very hard to change what the current system is.
Yeah, yeah. It just kind of, what baffles me the most. It's not that these kind of things happen, but when they happen and people start to dissect it, it's so many question marks.
Right.
So many question marks.
Right.
And again, kind of like you said, you really don't know what to believe. Now, I don't condone anybody getting a cap split, no matter how much you may hate them or anything like that. Assassination attempts or nothing like that. You would hope and pray that nobody, wants to take out folks like that. But, and I don't want to go through all the disparities and the theories and things like that. I mean, we could have a whole show debating all the theories that they have out there. Um, but just for me, I just hate the fact that everything. It always seems like everything, especially including with our government, it's always kind of very secretive. And I don't know why they would want to be so secretive with the people that they're supposed to govern. But those are the type of things. If this is an inside job, if this is, whatever kind of conspiracy or whatever the case may be, or whoever's at fault, but these are the kind of things that make you not want to trust your government. And these are the kind of things that make you look at it and be like, okay, you got to admit, man, this campaign here for the presidency is probably one of the wildest ones that we've ever come across in recent years, probably ever. But this one in particular, I mean, because when you kind of look back, Trump got um what he got what was it? Got in trouble for what was that? 34 counts. He got convicted of 34 counts of um his issues for all of that crap. Still able to go out here and be a running mate or run for the presidency after being convicted. You've got Joe
And
Biden over
then,
here that seems like
then
he has
the
dementia. And what was you saying?
go, And then the Supreme Court throws out one of the cases against him, the one in it was either Florida or DC,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't the election tampering case. It was actually the documents case, the case where he took classified documents and they raided his home and they found classified documents. That case was thrown out.
How, I don't understand that. How that's gonna be thrown out like any other normal person couldn't do that.
Well, Joe Biden did it and Obama did it. So, I mean, all the presidents have taken classified documents and
I'm sure.
claimed that they declassified them. So, I mean, they found classified documents in one of Joe Biden's garages, next to one of his cars or whatever. Um, so no regular person can get away with holding on to classified documents, but powerful people can. I mean, Hillary Clinton destroyed hard drives with classified information on them.
It's just,
So
it seems to be just a little too much. It's just a little bit too crazy, man. Just a little bit too crazy. This presidency run all in itself is a little bit too crazy.
no, but you're right. It is the wildest. I mean, we haven't seen an assassination attempt on a candidate in a long time. I mean, I
In a very
believe
long time.
when the guy tried to assassinate Reagan, I'm not sure if Reagan was a candidate. I believe he was president already.
You think he was already president? I believe he was
Um,
already president when that happened.
So to attempt to assassinate a candidate, like
Well, no, because Trump has already been president, so you can basically say it was an attempt to assassinate a president. He's just attempting to run again for the presidency,
yeah, but
but
he's
he has
not
been a
the
president.
he's not the current president though. Abraham Lincoln
True,
was the
but
current president. JFK was the current president. Like
yeah, I understand. I understand.
so to attempt to assassinate someone running to prevent him from being able, I mean, if you can't win if you're dead, right? I mean, I guess
True.
people can still vote you in, but you can't serve.
No, hell no, hell no, hell no. In a in another light, if this really was a true attempt, in another light, I'm glad that he wasn't shot and killed, because that would have been like some wild shit to see on the
Yeah,
national news.
I don't know if all hell would have broke loose, but
Uh,
the potential is definitely there, right? I mean,
yeah, hell yeah.
the country feels like it's at a powder keg moment. You know what I'm saying? Where it could blow at any minute. That's
Hmm.
what that's how a lot of people are feeling, especially online. I think a lot of people online are very close to the arguments and they're almost overinformed. So I see a lot of people like saying, "Hey, when Trump wins, the country is gonna go down. We don't know the whole ramifications. All kind of shit is gonna happen." And I just think people are kind of too close to the moment. And then you have a lot of
Mm,
people that I when I asked some people about it, they didn't even know about it. So I guess you're always gonna have a group of people. I mean, I guess you could say their head is in the sand if you want to kind of say it that way or whatever. But you have a lot of Americans that still just going about their normal lives and they not really tripping on what's happening
true that.
uh,
True that though. True that. So
in
uh,
politics. They don't follow politics. So whatever hits them it hits them when it happens.
before we even move on to the next subject, it makes me think when you say that there's people out here that don't follow the politics. I wonder what it is. Is it the fact that they're just not connecting with the people that are running for this political office, for the presidency office? Um, do they just not gravitate to the people? Do they just not care? Do they just assume that it is going to be what it is? Like, I mean, I don't want to put my necessarily say that, myself out there, but I mean, to me, no matter who I vote for or no matter
who ends up being president, um, my life seems to be the same constant regardless. Um, I don't necessarily. I'm just saying, like, just I don't necessarily like really be seeing the changes. Only real changes that probably truly affect me in a way are probably like gas prices.
Right.
You know what I'm
Prices.
saying?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Prices.
Yeah, prices. You know what I'm saying? But
Prices.
other than that, you
So
know,
food prices, gas prices, electricity, groceries. We see all that type of stuff. Oil, so the oil
mhm,
trickles down to
mhm.
gas. So we see all that type of stuff affect us in our real lives. I think that one of the answers to your questions, it could be many answers. One of them is just that people are disillusioned with politics. They don't believe it. They believe it's fake anyway. And like you said, they don't believe that it affects them, or however they vote is not going to change anything. So, and that's kind of, I was saying a little bit of that. I think, America is going to go on as usual. I kind of think it'll be that way regardless of who's president. If Biden wins, we still going to give money to Ukraine. We still going to give money to Israel. If
Mhm.
Trump wins, we still going to give money to Ukraine. We still going to give more money to Israel. So there's certain things that's not gonna change regardless of who's president. You know what I'm saying? So the
Facts.
economy, there might be different effects in the economy. I think different people suffer, different people suffer, and different people do well under different presidents. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people feel like the rich get very well, and they get full, they get happy, they get healthy on Republican administrations. And then there's people who feel like Democrat administrations help the poor. But I'm not going to argue if that's true or not. The fact is, though, if people are being objective about the facts, is that the richer have always been still getting richer, and the poor is still getting poorer.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so if the gap in wealth, the wealth gap, and the accumulation of wealth at the top happens regardless of who's in president, then who is really, helping who? I think certain sectors of society, like, so something you can point to, right, is teachers unions and stuff like that. A lot of different unions tend to do well under Democrat administrations, especially on the local level, in the city and the state level, right? The unions pretty much negotiate with uh, Democrat governors, Democrat mayors, and they usually get good deals, right? Republican mayors and Republican governors are going to come in and be a little harder on the unions, right? The oil sector might do a little bit better under Republicans, because Republicans, they more in line to allow fracking and different
Mhm.
forms of drilling, and they more in line to give out more leases, more oil leases. You know what I'm saying, on government land
Right.
for them to produce more oil. So Democrats, they about clean and green energy, right? So you're gonna have the companies that invest in wind farms, solar, and stuff like that. They might get rebates and stuff like that. So that sector economy is gonna do so. Somebody is doing good. Somebody may do bad. It may shift. So in my opinion, it's like people are gonna vote their interest on those type of things, right?
Real
Like,
talk.
if
Real talk.
you and people, a lot of people are one issue voters. So I've said it before plenty of times. A lot of women are one issue voters in terms of abortion. So it don't matter who the fuck saying it, what the fuck going on. If you anti-abortion and you trying to limit abortion, they not voting for you. Period.
Real shit. Real
It
shit.
don't matter. It don't matter anything else that you may say that they agree with. They not fucking with you if you anti-abortion, right? Then you have a lot of people who are pro Second Amendment and pro guns, and they want the freedom to own any kind of gun they want, any weapon they choice. So if you're a gun grabber and you're anti-gun and you're for gun control, they not fucking with you. As soon as you get up in there and say, "I'm coming for your AR-15s," they not voting for you. When
All hell
Beto
breaking
said
loose.
when
Right.
when Beto O'Rourke said that here in Texas, his candidacy was done. It was done. The moment he got up there and said, I'm coming for your AR-15s, or I want to get AR-15s, most people in Texas said, no, that's it. We're not, but we want to keep our AR-15s. You're not grabbing them. So
Mm.
your candidacy is done. So a lot of people are one issue voters when it comes to this stuff. So you're going to vote. Most people are going to vote selfishly in their own interests. And a lot of people say, well, Republican voters are voting against their interests. Well, your interests and their interests are not aligned. You have different interests. You can't
Mm.
tell them they're voting against their interests when their interest and your interest is in complete misalignment.
Real.
Some of them don't care about being poor. They don't. They care about, either a lot of racists care about just assuming that they're better than you. They care about thinking that they're better than you. It don't matter how poor they are, as if they feel
Keeping
like
their
they're
way of
better.
life.
Yeah, and they care about keeping their way of life, like whether regardless of what that is. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh shit.
so
Real shit.
you're not aligned in the same. You don't have the same alignment. You don't have the same interests. Some people aren't. A lot of men, we can't have children, right? We can't birth. A lot of men do not care about abortion, plain and simple. They might not tell a lot of their own women to the face about that, but a lot of men don't. Me personally, I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I cannot. I can't birth. I mean, of course I can sire children, right? But I mean, just because I haven't don't mean that I can't. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, I can have children, but I just have not had them. But
Yeah.
I can't carry a child. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I have basically no choice in abortion, right? If I have a girlfriend or a wife, it's her body, it's her choice. She gets to choose that. So, in that sense, abortion may not be as high on my scale as it is a woman's scale, and that's okay because it's her body and she gets a right to vote her interest. If that's her interest, then that's her interest.
Real
And she
talk.
could be mad at me all she wants for that not being my interest, but
But
no, abortion is not high on my scale because I will never have to get one. I would never need one or have to get one
I hear you,
as
man. I
as a
hear you.
man.
I hear you. No
So
doubt. No doubt. Let's go to this next topic, man. Go to this next topic. So NFL Hall of Fame running back, my man Terrell Davis, man. Everybody know him as TD. And he made a lot
TD,
of TD. Yeah, he made a lot of TD. I actually like Terrell Davis, man. He was pretty damn good running back, man. Had a
yeah, man.
situation though, man. Had a situation here. I want to say it was about
John
like it was
Elway,
last week.
Elway didn't win until he got there. Elway did
True,
not
true,
win. Elway did not win before TD. Everybody needs to
true.
remember that.
But let's talk about the situation where he was actually on an airplane with his family, his two sons, his daughter, his wife. They were on a plane. The steward, or whatever you want to call him, is going. Um, and if you guys have ever been on a plane, I'm sure a majority of the people when they get ready for the cart service and they want to start giving you drinks and whatnot, they come by, they ask you what you want to drink, all this other stuff like that. According to what Terrell Davis said, excuse me, the guy kind of the little steward kind of had a little attitude off the top, gave his kids the drinks, whatnot. One of his sons had asked for a cup of ice. He asked the guy for a cup of ice, guy didn't hear him, so he actually just reached over, touched the guy on the shoulder, and the guy got upset, ended up going to the front of the plane. Somebody else replaced him. Next thing you know,
No, he said don't hit me.
yeah. The guy says don't hit him. Like I said, he got upset. The guy says don't hit me. Goes up there to the front. Once the plane lands, everybody's telling everybody to just chill, hold on for 1 second. The next thing you know, cops, FBI, whoever the case may be, they all come up on the plane. They arrest Terrell Davis because of this incident in front of his wife, in front of his kids, in front of all the people out there, out there on the plane. This is rather odd to me. I really don't know what to say. Um, that's kind of a wild thing, man. I don't know if the guy was personally having a bad day. I don't know if this guy recognized who he was and was trying to make a point, trying to make a statement. Um, I don't know if it's a racial thing of profiling or whatever the case may be, but man, to see somebody like Terrell Davis like get arrested like for tapping somebody on the shoulder and a guy talking about you hitting him, like of course it doesn't seem like he would hit him on purpose or whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't that it just it didn't sit right too well up in my bones, bro.
A male stewardess, just the term and the idea of a male stewardess doesn't strike me as the person who knows anything about football or football players. So
Okay.
first I want to say I don't think he knew who Terrell Davis was.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
I don't I think a lot of celebrities, a lot of former pro athletes, I'm not saying TD specifically because he didn't even say this. You know what I'm saying? His wife kind of insinuated a little bit, like, "Do you know who Terrell Davis is?" No, he probably did not know.
Okay.
That's the first thing. I think they kind of think they're a little more known than they may be.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I can see that.
so but the guy was obviously an asshole. I think he's an asshole for sure. Could be possibly racist. I don't know. But my guess was that he's an overworked employee who probably hates his job, who's probably having a shitty day. He hates his existence, and he
Mm.
definitely saw a man. He saw a man there with a beautiful family. Terrell Davis's wife is beautiful. Terrell Davis, probably, I'm sure his children look great. You know what I'm saying? They're dressed well. You know what I'm saying? Like he have money. He doesn't look like somebody just off the street or anything like that. A low income dude. He's probably fitted real nice, wearing nice, clean clothes, clean shoes, all of that. You know what I'm saying? His wife
Yeah.
looks good, probably smells good, the whole thing. So uh, it's probably just some fucking boof ass employee who hates his shitty job, hates
Probably
himself,
had a bad day, didn't want to be
had
touched.
bad day, didn't want had a whole horrible existence, and he just took things too far. He tried to take it out on the guy that he was probably jealous of. I mean, he's probably jealous of Terrell Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that Terrell Davis got a nice family. He's sitting here. He's traveling. He's going somewhere. He's look like they're happy and they going to a nice vacation or something. And this guy, he can't do that. He's working. So I mean, I think, there's a lot of disputes that happen on airlines, even between, between white people, black and white, whatever. Obviously, I mean, the racial aspect, I guess you would have to question it because, black people get discriminated in a lot of different instances, even celebrities. Oprah Winfrey walked into a diamond store in Europe and they tried to act like she couldn't afford anything. So
Mm.
the racial aspect, I guess you always have to maybe consider if that's a part of it.
Is there any footage of this? Because I've not
No,
seen any
not
footage.
well. I'm not gonna say it's interesting that people. I mean, I guess it is kind of interesting that it's not recorded because it appears that
Like
everything
everything is
get
recorded, and you would think
gets
that
recorded.
something of like this nature would have been recorded.
I mean, only
No,
from
I
another
mean, no.
passenger.
Let's 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 be real.
It
Let's
would have
be
it would have
real.
had to been it would have had to been another passenger. I mean, but the way it was described, the way
Yeah, I
the
mean,
incident.
another passenger, somebody on there, but I'm just saying, anytime
But the
there's
way the incident was described, that it happened very fast. It happened within a few moments. I always question how people get video of events like this. How did you know something was gonna? What made you start recording before something like this happened? I always question that because as you personally, you've taken plenty of flights. I've
Mm-hmm.
taken plenty of flights. I've been a
Mm-hmm.
lot of places. We go to events all the time. We're never just sitting in a restaurant, in a fast food place, even in our cars. We never just sitting there. We never just sitting there and just decide to record something. Like we don't just pull out our phone and start recording and then capture an event that's happened in front of us. So sometimes I question that. Like, what made you think to get out the camera and start recording? Like, how did you even get this on? Like, what made you start recording? So I don't know. I to me, you can question it both ways. Like, how did you even get this on camera?
What's
And
a what
then
what
go
to go
ahead.
back to your point? To go back to your point, you said that it happened so quick. So this could have been something where he taps him on the shoulder, guy says, "Don't touch me," and he walks straight to the front and
Don't
like,
hit me. Don't hit me. That well,
don't hit me. Yeah, whatever you
that's what
said. Yeah, don't hit me.
that's what TD said. He said, "Don't hit me." And TD said, "Wait, what? I didn't hit you." And TD said the guy in front of him turned around and said, "Hey, I saw the whole thing, man. You didn't hit him." He's like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Of course not." He's like, "Obviously." He's like, "Of course not. I know I didn't hit him."
but it might have been such a short confrontation that nobody would have been able to pull out their phone.
Fast
That's
enough to
probably
record it.
that's probably why. I mean, I don't know though. That's what I'm saying. I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, that's what I would guess. That's what
It
that's the
might not
reason.
have been that long of a conversation. It probably caught everybody off. Everybody off
I
track.
mean,
Everybody
other
that
people
saw it.
other people probably didn't even notice it, bro. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not looking at every when I'm on a plane and the
You
lady
usually
comes
got your
by with
headphones on.
yeah,
You
you're looking
looking your
down,
phone.
you're
You
looking
looking down. You
phone,
looking at computers,
you may be reading a book, you may
Kindles,
be
whatever the
reading a
hell.
book,
Yeah,
yeah, whatever the hell, dog. You don't notice every interaction that happens like
real talk.
in the
Real talk.
aisles. So
Real
yeah,
talk.
nah, I mean, and then the fact that so the FBI gets on, they handcuff him, and they say, and his wife is like, well, like, do you know who he is? It's like, okay, at this point, law enforcement don't care though that he may be a celebrity. Like they have to, law enforcement low key has to go off the word
And
of the
yeah,
flight
and
of the
she can't
of
necessarily just play that card. Like, do you know who he is? Like,
yeah, you can't play. Yeah,
she
you
can't
can't play the
necessarily. I mean, people will be like, "Yeah, nigga, that's Terrell Davis." So,
yeah, we
not to discredit him and his career and whatnot, but we hadn't seen Terrell Davis in how many
well, I
years?
mean, do we but I mean, but do we want it, say he was in the NFL right now. Who's uh King Henry, right?
Okay,
Say
Derrick
it
Henry.
was Derrick Henry. Say if it was Derrick, everybody knows obviously. Like Derrick Henry is in the league right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? One of the best running backs in the league. Christian McCaffrey. Say if it was McCaffrey,
Okay.
and it's like, but wait, do you know who McCaffrey is? No, should they handcuff him or not? Probably they should. Maybe they won't. Maybe based on the fact that he's a white man, maybe they just escort him off the plane. But should they handcuff him? Yes, because do we want celebrity? Do we either we can't have it both ways. We either say celebrities shouldn't get special treatment, or are we gonna acknowledge that celebrities are better than the rest of us and that they should get special treatment based on who they are?
Uh, the money is the only thing that makes these people be better. They the same folks. They put the shirts on, they put the clothes on just like we do. They eat like us, they shit like us, they do everything just like regular people. But the fact that they do have money, the fact that they're on TV, the fact that they represent something of a grand stature, that's what gives them that special preferential treatment. Um, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think that I've never thought that it was something fair. But I do feel you on that they should probably still get the same treatment as everybody else. But let's just be real, they won't. So I mean, you just got to look at it. You just got to. I mean, shit. They would probably escort Patrick Mahomes off of a flight. But they would handcuff Lamar Jackson. I mean, seriously.
No, you're probably right. I mean, look what they did to uh Killer Mike. Look what they did to Killer
Mm-hmm.
Mike, right? At
Mm-hmm.
the Grammys. He just
Mm-hmm.
won. He's just on stage and won. And still got handcuffed. And let out.
Yep. 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 Yep.
So I mean, you probably right.
Craziness,
Probably
man.
right. Probably right, man.
Craziness, man. MCXP Radio, we holding it down, man. Appreciate everybody that's checking us out. Let's go to this third point, man. Third point. So, if you people did not know, or if you may be under a rock, you just had the Major League Baseball All-Star game. It just happened earlier this week. And apparently, the girl that came up on there and did our national anthem was pretty darn bad from what they saying, man. She was drunk. But I kind of want to go through some of the worst national anthem moments that we've came across all through All through All Stars, which is quite hilarious, man. Here's a little bit of what she was doing. Here we go. Check it out. In my city too, bro.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Is she crying?
For the
Is she crying?
No,
There's no crying in baseball. There is no crying in baseball.
she wasn't crying.
Oh no, please stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that
That
in my
was
city, bro.
you
In
don't
my
do
city.
you do not mess with Texas, man. You do not
Ingress, it was like
mess
Ingress
with
something,
Texas.
Ingress something. I don't know, but supposedly she's a four-time Grammy-nominated artist. But she came out with a statement saying that she was drunk, that she apologized, she was about to check herself into rehab. But
She better.
I don't know, that shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. But
Hey,
hearing that made me.
you don't play with them folks anthem like that, bro.
You don't, especially on a grand scale like that. And I think they need to be. I think every major sport needs to let every one of these people know, like, if we're choosing you to do the national anthem, you need to do it right. Please do it right, or there's gonna be like a fine or something for their asses or something. Like, I don't know, man. I don't
he
know.
said a,
You just can't butcher it.
he said a fine.
You
He
just
said
don't
a
butcher it.
fine. A fine.
I don't know. It takes me. But see, listening to that takes me to this one that
Okay.
everybody found. That this one was quite hilarious as well.
Okay.
The one with Fergie.
Yeah, this is the one right here, dog.
And
That
this is what
reaction.
makes me laugh the most is watching the players' faces. That
Yes,
shit is
thank
hilarious.
you. Thank you. The
Check
reaction
it.
from the oh my god. Draymond,
Dre.
dog.
Uh,
Chance, bro. Chance, bro. Hey, you lose Chris Rock, dog. You lost everybody, dog. Hey, what's it?
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, what? He was trying not to burst out laughing. The last, Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my God, Jimmy Kimmel wanted to die laughing, bro. He was holding it in. He was holding it in so hard, dog.
Oh my gosh,
He
man.
want
We don't do that.
Jimmy Kimmel wanted to die laughing,
We
dog.
just
You could see it, bro. You could see it.
we just don't do that, people. We just don't do that. But Apparently, there's one that's worse than both of those combined.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, there is, and this is probably the old school of the old school of the old school.
Uh-oh.
When they decided to put Mr. Carl Lewis,
Oh no, I remember this.
yes,
I
Carl
remember.
Lewis.
I remember seeing this.
Check this out.
Oh, say, can you see? And the rockets, red flag.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
For it now.
Uh-oh.
For the land of the free.
That was Sarge National Anthem.
Oh,
Really?
Oh no, that fool said, uh-oh.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Really?
He was stupid, dude. He had to be stupid nervous, dog. He had to be so
Well,
nervous.
I don't think it wasn't the fact that he was nervous. It wasn't the fact that he was nervous. It was the fact that he started in a register that he shouldn't have started, and he started up a little bit too high for his singing. Because once he got it, you got to understand the national anthem is one of the toughest songs to do.
Wait, you don't think nerves had anything to do with that?
Nerves, of course, have something to do with it, but you have to like practice and know exactly. You can't just go up there and just sing it. Okay, it's not a lot of people that could do it like Whitney Houston or
Right.
you know what I'm saying. And a lot of
Right.
people that just can't get up there and just blow it out the park.
And wing, just know the words and then sing it in any different way, right? Like sing it different ways and like do run-ons in their own style. Like just Whitney probably didn't have to practice it. That's so cold. That's the cold thing about Whitney, right? Like
That's what I'm saying.
I would say Whitney, Celine Dion, maybe Beyonce, maybe even Mariah Carey. There's only a few obviously some Patti LaBelle, probably Shaka Khan. Like there's only a few singers that can probably just know the words and then just go out there and put their own flair. Like don't even really have to practice that much. Like you know what I'm saying? They can sing and it's gonna sound good regardless of what they do with it.
Thanks, though. But everybody else gonna need to practice.
Everybody else needs to practice.
And Carl Lewis, I just don't feel like that he practiced. I don't think he practiced. I think he started where he started at, and then he didn't realize that once he gets up to the next part,
the highs, it's too high. You can't hit that high. You can't.
Now it's a little too high. You see what I'm saying? Either you go up in a falsetto voice if you can hit the falsetto, or he tries to take another approach, which was taking it back down. And that's one song that anthem, you have to follow the melody. You have to follow the melody of the song. Even though you can make it your own and kind of like, put your twist in it, put your own style on it, you still have to go off that melody of what it is. You know what I'm saying? You like you have to. You have da 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 da. Like you have to go. You got to go through that whole thing.
Right.
You can't just and the rockets regular. The ones bursting in there. Hey, through to the night. You can't do all this shit.
You gotta you have to know the words. You have to know the words. You can't let the pressure get to you. You can't be nervous. You can't forget the words. It's a good idea not to go up there drunk or high. Those are great ideas.
Facts. And I don't know why people do that, thinking they just gonna kill it. Wow. Like it should be a stipulation, like a statement. Please don't go up there drunk. Please don't go up there high. Because if you do,
Well, I sing.
You
I
do. You're not
sing.
getting paid. Or
I
something.
sing. I sing high though. I snort coke before every performance though. I have to do it though.
Well, then we'll find somebody else with the quickness. And I know that they give these people months in advance. You know what I'm saying? Notification that they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure they're not choosing somebody like at the
2 weeks
last
ahead.
second,
Yeah,
2 weeks
yeah.
ahead. You know what I'm saying? They've
Only
already kind of
only
picked
if
their person.
somebody like fell out, they get strep throat or something like that,
So
or
and that's that. Yeah, that I would understand that you get somebody just 2 weeks ahead of time or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to pretty much
they know. They know.
yeah
They
ahead of
know.
time. So, but God damn, some of the worst national anthem moments that we will ever see. People, this damn disgrace. People, y'all got to do better. You got to fucking do better, man. You got to do better. Really,
That
really
was
got to
bad.
do better.
That was bad. That was bad. She sounded really bad.
Oh my God, bro. Whew.
That's embarrassing, dog. That's very embarrassing.
That's embarrassing, man. Very, very embarrassing.
You
MCS,
embarrass
man.
you embarrass your family, your house, and your school, your school, your state,
Everybody,
and your country.
everybody.
You
You're a bum. That's fucked up, man. God, it still surprised me that people just fucking up, man. It is what it is, man. People, let's get it on, man. We're getting to the end of the show. Let's hit it. Winners or losers. Let's go. All right, winners and losers, man. One of my favorite parts of the show. We discuss, man, the winners that I have seen and the losers that I have seen. I promise you tonight it is not Stephen A. Smith. Even though my man Brian said that he will find a way to get back on my show. He has been on my show numerous of times as the loser, and he will continue to be a loser. If you was not with us, what was it? I think was it last week or like the other week? Brian went on about Ryan Garcia. I, I, he was almost my loser this week, but then I had to like really, really think. I was like, because I knew you just go right back in, and I kind of wanted to hear, but we can save that for another rainy day. We'll say that one for a rainy day. So here we go, people. My winners, believe it or not, it's college football 25, motherfuckers.
ah,
Ah! Look. In specifically, I am saying the Dynasty and the Road to Glory modes here on College Football 25. I have my Dynasty going with my alma mater, the University of North Texas, Mean Green. We're undefeated right now, 7-0. Proud of my guys. But we are playing a hell of a games. Some tough games. See, these motherfuckers is really playing us, but we pulling it out. And on my Road to Glory, I've made a quarterback, and I'm repping TCU. So, I got to stay within the Texas teams and represent how we do. But specifically, these modes right here, man, I want to give a shout out to these modes because they are some of the most immersed modes that I have ever been in when it comes to a college football game. This is fun. Okay. Dynasty mode. Brian, I don't know if you started Dynasty mode yet, but this shit is fun. I love the idea of recruiting these guys. I love how you can schedule these guys for visits. You can give them hard sales, soft sales. You can, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bring them in for visits. You can contact their family and friends. You can send a house. You can do all sorts of things. You can DM the player, like all sorts of things that you can do to convince these guys to come over to your program, stuff like that. Like my school, UNT, is ranked number 2. Like not number 2, but we're like a 2-star, 2 out of 5. Basically, we're a 2 out of 5 school. And I've actually been able to recruit 4-star guys, 3-star guys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just putting in the work
Putting in the work, yeah.
Putting in the work, man. And and that's how you build your fucking team, man. And this shit is fucking dope. And then with the Road to Glory, man, you actually have to you got to study and get your
You gotta
GPA up, and
study. Yeah, yeah.
leadership and all that other stuff, man. I don't know, man. I'm telling you right now, though.
You get NIL, you get NIL deals.
NIL deals. I already got an NIL deal
I
for a
got a NIL.
haircut.
Yeah, that's the one I got. An NIL deal from a local barbershop. That's the one I
Yeah,
got.
yeah, I got this shit too. Look,
And that was
man.
like, that was like a little 2 week deal. It was only like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
like a
yeah, it
little,
was only
yeah, it's
like a few weeks.
like a 3 week deal. It was pretty cool. That was
Brian,
pretty cool.
you did the pre-order, right?
Yes, I did. So I'm getting both games. I started my RTG, my Road to Glory player, and I am a quarterback for. See, now my alma mater does not have a football team. My alma mater does not have a football team at Long Beach State. So Long Beach State does not have a football team.
Right.
So
That's you and me right there.
I went to the school that I could not afford to go to when I went to college, and that's the University of Southern California.
Oh, the USC Trojans.
USC Trojans, private school, very expensive. And I did not get to start. I could have started other players, but I wanted to go to the Trojans. I'm going to work my way up. I won my QB battle already, my first QB battle. So I am now the second stringer. I started as the third stringer. I'm now the second stringer. It says you have initiated QB battle, and then you actually go in and do drills, and you have to score higher than that other player in order to win that QB battle.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
And I beat
wow.
him.
That's dope.
And I beat him. And I beat him. Yeah, it said you have won QB battle. You're now the second string QB. So yeah, I moved up the ladder already. And so now I'm chasing that
Moving
number
on
one guy.
up.
And the crazy thing, every game we win, this motherfucker is the player of the game. The fucking starting QB. I hate that shit, bro. Every game we win, he's the fucking player of the game. So
Is
I'm
he
like,
a senior? What is he? Junior, senior?
he is a junior.
Ooh,
So
I
I know.
be sitting down for 2 years, my nigga.
Nah. We getting it by next year. I don't care if it's the beginning of next season or the middle of next season. I will be starting next season.
You got the transfer portal though. You always got transfer portal.
I'm putting that on paper right now. Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. By at the end of the year, if I'm not getting close or something like that, then we might think about the transfer portal. But
Holla at UCLA or somebody.
yeah. If I want to stay local, I could do that. But no, we'll see. We ain't got there yet. I'm still pushing for this starting job. So,
give me a rating, bro. Give me a rating. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. How you feeling about this? How you feeling about the game in general, bro?
I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 so far. So far, I'm gonna get it a 9.5. I play a lot of Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team seems to be really great. This is gonna seem weird to take a point off of but I have to do it, dog. I have to do it. That menu music gotta go. I am sick of the menu music already, dog. I am sick of sitting in.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
Why I shouldn't have to turn it? The menu music is fucking annoying, dog. To sit there and have to listen to college cheer music for hours on end while you're making selections, while you're choosing cards, while you're in your rosters, while you know what I'm saying, trying to talk to recruits, or you in your Road to Glory player, and this is the same. It's the same music, and it's on repeat. Now, maybe I need to go into the menus and see if there's different selections of music or something like that. But I don't.
See, and that was my question.
I really don't understand, though. I don't understand why we didn't get a soundtrack to this, because college players don't listen to this crap, and they play real music in the stadiums. They play real music in the stadiums. We don't.
Well,
so
see,
what?
This is my thing. This is my thing, because from all that I'm hearing on my end, the only thing that I'm hearing when I'm in the menu is a fucking drum line. That's all I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's basically like college kind of cheer music. It's kind of like just the like the band
Yeah,
music. It's like the band.
yeah.
It's like the band just playing background music. The whole. It's like it's annoying, dude. That's annoying, bro. To me,
I can
it's
understand. What would make that better? What would make that better for me if they did like the school songs, like like the school fight songs.
yeah.
Like
Those songs are
said, just
not
had them in.
long.
No, I'm
Those
just
songs
saying,
are
just had
not
them all. No, just had them on the rotation. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like
Okay.
like
Okay.
you turned it on. Dun, 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 dun.
No,
Then
but I
that one
don't.
again.
But I
And
kind
then
of
the
don't
next
really
one.
want to hear. I kind of what it. So you could be bitter rivals, right? If you playing with Michigan, of course you want to hear your song, but when it goes into rotation, an Ohio State song come on, you don't want to hear that shit, right?
Nah, man, it's just menu music. That ain't shit to me.
Nah. The menu music, it counts for me, dog. That's the menu music. We
It
always
means
do
something to
when
me,
we
man.
it do when we were playing Madden heavy, or at least when I was playing NBA 2K heavy, when we were playing Madden heavy, even when we were playing games like Need for Speed or what was the Rockstar game, the racing game, the Rockstar racing game, Midnight Club,
Mm,
right? Like it
mhm.
had great songs, like it had good songs, like the menu music, the song that comes on, it's like I still remember a lot of the songs from the NBA 2K games and certain Madden years. Like certain Madden years had great soundtracks and great songs. Like I don't want to, nah, dog. That's why do I got to
It
turn the
did.
game? Because I want to.
It
I
did.
also want to hear if I turn the sound down, then I can't hear the menu like clicking through. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the menu,
Yeah.
the actual selection. Like when you're changing and going through the menu and making
I
selections.
think you
Then
can turn. I think you
yeah, you can probably
make
turn the
turn the
music. Yeah,
music down, but
turn the
you can
menu.
still
The
hear the
menu.
menu
Yeah,
notifications on it. So yeah, you can turn the music
yeah.
down, but
I'm gonna have to.
um,
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to.
doesn't bother me too much though,
Or
man.
maybe I'll just have to play my music through the Xbox. I think there's a way to do that, right? Just play Spotify through your system or whatever, and you have
You can do that.
basically your own custom soundtrack. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But and it also I
You can do
also took off I also took off a point for some of the glitches. I saw one today. Was that today where we were looking at one?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh
yeah, yeah.
in the chat, basically is basically a
Yeah.
rules mistake that
But
happened
I
during the
can't. But I can't take off for a glitch because I can't necessarily take off for a glitch because I feel like every game is gonna have a glitch in some way, shape, or like name one video game that was just absolute perfect. Like there was no issues with it. Every
Mass
game is gonna
Effect,
have,
Mass
huh?
Effect 2, Mass Effect 2.
There was some kind of glitch in there.
Name one.
I mean, it's been too damn long since I played Mass Effect. But every game is gonna have something in it. Like on everything, like the video game is like 100%, 100%. It can be a good like 98 with maybe like a glitch here or there that you're probably gonna have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I will play what the God of War Ragnarok and they would be talking and them niggas wouldn't talk. Like they would talk, but I wouldn't hear them talking.
Okay.
So I'd be like, oh, well, goddamn. But I'm reading
I
the
mean, you're
subtitle.
probably. I mean, you're probably right. There probably isn't necessarily just a perfect glitchless game out there. Like every game is probably gonna have something. I remember playing Second Son, the Second Son, that
Uh-huh.
infamous Second Son.
Infamous.
I don't remember any glitches on that game. I don't
Mm.
remember any. Do you remember any glitches from The Last of Us? On The Last of Us? When you played through that game seemed pretty friggin' flawless. I don't ever remember any clipping, any volume issues, any the player's not moving correctly, the enemy's not moving correctly. On Last of Us seemed like all the cutscenes were flawed. Like I don't remember anything wrong with that game. This is just
I
from
can,
basic memory.
for the most part, I see. I'll have to end up playing it again to find it. But for the most part, no, I didn't find nothing.
But I mean, for the most part, you're right. But I think you can take off for. I mean, maybe it's unfair to take off for slight glitches, but I mean that affects gameplay. That affects gameplay. Actually, that's not
If
just
it
like,
was if it was something that would if the glitch was something that I was having to deal with every time I played a game,
well,
every game that I played.
that particular glitch caused him to lose a game, though. To lose the
No,
game.
no. I think won that game.
No, he lost that game because there was a safety. The game was 14-14. He intercepted a Hail Mary, and then he got safetied after the catch.
I thought it was him because I saw the reticule under the Texas player. I saw like the guy moving the player.
Texas won the game. Texas was throwing the ball.
Yeah, but I thought the dude was Texas because I saw the little reticle under that player.
He was playing as the other team. He was on
K-State.
defense.
Okay.
He was on defense. He was K-State. He was on defense. He intercepted the ball, got in front of the 5 yard, in between the 5 and the 1. His momentum carried him into the end zone. That's a touchback.
Mm-hmm.
That is a touchback. So the ball should have came out to the 25.
Yeah.
Or the 20 or the 25, whatever the rule is in college. I believe it's a 25, right? So the ball should come out. But instead, he got a safety. Texas actually got a safety on an offensive play. That switched to defense, quick switch to defense because K-State intercepted the ball. So he lost that game. The game was over. The game, it was late in the game. That's a Hail Mary with less than 5 seconds left or something. I think it was zeros. It was like 10 on the clock, something like that. So the game was over right after that. He said he couldn't even challenge. He couldn't challenge because the clock went to zero so fast he couldn't challenge the call.
Well, I'm gonna get a game of 10. I love them shits. And if there's something wrong with it, fuck,
good. Hey, good choice though. It deserves a high score. 9.5 is a very high freaking score.
9.5 is high. I think if I was gonna give it 9.5, it was going to be because of when I do the road to glory and I'm the quarterback and I'm in the game, that I can't necessarily pick the plays at the beginning. So I'm having to run like running back plays that I would never run. You know, I'm not going to run the ball on a 3rd and 8.
Well,
I have no choice.
There's also other things. There's also other things we can mention. There's other things I'll mention why I gave it a 9.5. The menu music is a big deal for me. It may not be for anybody else, but the fact that there's no crossplay in Dynasty mode, and the fact that you cannot carry over draft classes to Madden. You cannot import your entire draft class to Madden. Those two are negatives for me. Especially when those options were available in college football before.
I feel you. But we can discuss that in the chat, man. Let's go to this loser. And I agree with you, Brian. I agree with you all the way. But let's get to this loser before we end the show. My loser is Mr. That's my drum roll. Because, my soundboard messing up. So, Skip Bayless.
Oh, why is he a little? Why your loser? Your loser is always a pundit, a sports pundit.
I'm a miserable person. No, it's not all the time, but most of the time.
No, I'm
because fuck, I watch sports, man.
No, this is a sport. This is a sports. It's a sports show, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we talk sports on here, but look how miserable he is. Either way, Skip Bayless is leaving Fox Sports One. I don't know if he was fired. I don't know if this was a mutual thing. I don't know if he's just decided to leave. Either way, look,
I think his contract was expiring, and the show ratings
it's time.
the ratings went down.
It's time. It's time. Skip is fizzled out. Skip is fizzled out. Ever since this shit with Stephen A. Smith, and then he was over there arguing on that Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. You know, that lasted for a little while, but then he started getting disrespectful there. And then you bring on the fucking dumbass Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson on there, and Richard Sherman left that shit quick. You know what I'm saying? But then you get them two over there that just don't know what the hell they be talking about. And just, yeah, bro, it's time. It's time. And I don't think a lot of people are hurt by this. Not at all. Not at all. I'm damn sure not. I'm damn sure not. I think it'd be quite refreshing not to see Skip Bayless on the TV again like that. So maybe he'll go into his podcasting thing. Let's see what happens. You know, salute to him, all for the best, but ain't no love lost for me, man.
I think it may be a Fox Sports thing. Also, something happening at Fox Sports. So because supposedly, Cowherd, Colin Cowherd may not be returning to Fox after his contract is up. So I've heard talk of that already.
Yeah, with the old and then with the new.
Colin Cowherd might be leaving too, but Cowherd is gonna last. I was gonna ask you, Cowherd is gonna come back. Cowherd, he still got how do you call it? He still got some revenue. He got some chops. He still got revenue. I think he still got some equity in what he does. So I think he has value, I should say, somewhere. So I think Colin Cowherd can continue. Is Skip coming back though? Where is Skip? What is it now for Skip? Where's he go?
Podcast.
Can he come back? Is he? But nobody watches him solo podcast. Nobody watches that. It never goes viral. It only goes viral when he's like talking super sad about himself and his life. Remember when he was talking about himself and like talking about how that was like the last time his show by his own pod went viral. Like he don't go viral.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if people. I don't.
Unless he tries to be like a sideline reporter somewhere or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Where does he go from here? Does he go back? You think he can get back to ESPN? You think he's going back?
Fuck no.
So he's not. So ESPN.
That ship is sailed, son. Fuck
that
no.
That ship is sailed.
That ship is sailed. And I'm gonna just be honest. I don't care. I didn't watch Undisputed.
I feel you. I watched it every now and then, but I can't say I was an avid. I didn't really watch Undisputed or First Take in a long time.
Come on now, Skip. Skip your trick. Skip your bull job.
Wait, so you don't like? Wait, you didn't like Shannon Sharp either? You didn't like Shannon?
They got annoying. Both of them got annoying.
So how you feel with Shannon on First Take then?
I hate him on First Take. Because when you have him and then Stephen A. Smith on there, it sucks.
Damn. So it's just...
Shout out to the bro. He said Skip is 73 years old. He has millions. I don't feel sorry for him. He's rich. Facts.
Oh yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. I was just wondering where he goes next. This is the end of Skip's career. Is that what we're saying?
I don't know if it's the end of Skip's career. Skip will always be legitimate in the sports journalism or whatnot. So I'm sure somebody will pick him up, whether it's a national show, whether it's him working for a magazine, whatever the case may be. He'll have a job if he wants a job because Skip has the credentials for that. But does anybody care to see him is the question. And then, like Big Bro just said, he's 73 years old. Like, it ain't too much else you can do, man. Like, Skip can give that shit up, man, and just be that fake-ass Cowboys fan that he always tries to be. And like, because he wears Jordans, he's hip to the game. Like, bye, nigga. You good. No love lost, man. Nah, you know, Stephen A. bitch ass. You know, Shannon got his own little thing. Cool, whatever, Shannon. All right, man. I ain't too much pay attention to him now.
So
I'm
is
just
the
saying.
debate has the debate show format ran its course with everybody? Is everybody kind of sick of that, like the little debate kind of show format that Skip and Stephen A.
I don't think
invented?
people are. I don't think people are tired of the debate show. I think they're just tired of the narratives that those debate shows always create. It is the same narratives for the same people that they just punch over and over and over and over. And they put it in your brain. You know, it's like they don't have another side. They can't disagree.
No, they can't agree.
They can't agree, but they can't. You know,
They can't
it's
really.
like,
So they can't agree. So they have to. Sometimes I think the debate show format forces these guys to argue against each other just for content.
yeah. Yeah.
So they have
Sometimes those arguments
have
ain't
to-
even legit.
Yeah, because they have to have hot takes, right? So they have
Yeah.
to. Some player comes out and scored 35 points with 10, 15 rebounds, and it's my responsibility to argue why his game was not effective.
Yeah. Well, they still didn't win the game. Nigga, we just saying the nigga just dropped 35 and 10. They like whatever. No love lost. Skip. Whatever, man. I always say fuck Stephen A. I'm tired of his bitch ass. For real. With that being said, MCXPRadio. Doing the thing, man. Myself, man, my boy Brian. We holding it down. I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna go check on my wife. We're gonna check on my kid and make sure that they are asleep. And then I'm about to get back on this motherfucking game, college football. Because this is the shit this shit is just taking over, man. So, you know, I'm having fun with this shit, man. Go UNT. You know. If y'all didn't see my please check the TikTok and everything, you know, for my introductory, you know, video for all the UNT fans of me being a coach. We're loving it right now. 7-0, baby. Let's do our thing. But for myself, everybody, man, BGSENetwork, man, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Cruising in a Rari with the hair and nails and toes done. Always keep it stylish. Never gonna give me.
We're gonna make a lot of women mad at this one, but it's all right.
Gonna get a shot at romance. It's kinda too cold.
Yeah.
I'm ice cold.